So the Commanders are going to end the Baltimore Ravens preseason win streak, according to Sam Cosmi. Let's talk about it.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. One forward with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field back lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
Ravens win streak even enter your brain, the preseason win streak?
I think it's a stupid record. I mean, who gives a shit about preseason games?
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, if we beat it, great. Well, we're going to beat it, so there we go.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juangottibusiness here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about Sam Cosmi saying the Washington Commanders will, in fact, end the YouTube, what's going on? It's Juangottibusiness here with another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about Sam Cosmi saying the Commanders will end the Baltimore Ravens preseason win streak. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Once we hit 6,000 subscribers, I will be doing a merch giveaway, so please help me get there as soon as possible. It's totally free to subscribe to the channel, so if you're a Washington Commanders fan or NFL fan, you have no reason not to be subscribed to a free YouTube channel. I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. Now with that out the way, let's get straight to it. So today is the game day. I will be live streaming the Baltimore Ravens and Washington Commanders tonight. Kicking off at 7:45, and the Washington Commanders are hosting their first preseason game under the new ownership. And the Baltimore Ravens, they have a 24-25 game win streak on the line. Preseason, don't let them think they don't want to win that game tonight. You know what I'm saying? I get it's preseason, I get it ain't that serious, but bro, they got a 20+ game win streak. They want to win tonight. And JP Finley of NBC Sports Washington asked Sam Cosmi, hey, basically like, hey man, are we looking at that streak? Is that anything like there for you to want to beat them and end their streak? Sam Cosmi's like, hey man, look, it's preseason, bro. It don't really matter. Who cares about preseason? You know, if we beat it, good. If we don't, who cares? But then he said, we're going to beat it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I understand it's preseason. I really don't care much about preseason, but this game specifically, I want to win this game. Okay, I know, again, it's not even nothing that's real, that's serious, but I want to win this game. I want to end this streak tonight. Okay, and the sole reason for that is because they did that to my man Danny Johnson. Okay, Mark Andrews did that to Danny Johnson. We can't even get payback on Mark Andrews to next year when we play them in 2024. Alright, so all they backers they're going to be playing, because they're not playing Lamar Jackson more likely than not. They're not playing Mark Andrews. They're not playing Odell. They're not playing none of their starters. So we got to take advantage of these backups, man. Especially the defense, you know, because offense, I think they probably gonna play the defensive starters. But I watched their first preseason game last week, and they didn't play. I don't think they played none of their defensive starters either. So maybe Baltimore just don't play their starters, and that's good for us. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's preseason or not. Sam Howell and all the rest of the starters aren't gonna see no action next week. Because think about it, we're playing on Monday, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing tonight on Monday, and then our next preseason game is, I want to say, is the 26th versus the Bengals. That's here. That's like in a couple days. So obviously none of the starters are going to play in that game because it's the final game of the preseason. But also look at how close and quick of a turnaround it is. So they're definitely not playing next week, right? So how good of a momentum booster would it be for Sam Howell and this team to beat the Baltimore Ravens in their preseason streak headed into week 1 of the game versus Arizona? Again, I get it's preseason, it's not that deep, but I think for us it would be a really good momentum boost. Okay, I know a lot of people feel that the offense or the starters won't play as much tonight. I think they should play quite a bit, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, because they're not playing next week at all, and then you have that week off. Remember a couple years ago, before they transitioned to the 3 preseason game, it was full, so you only had that 1 week off, right? Now you don't have that for preseason games, so that provides you with the extra week off. Typically, you wouldn't have had that in a 4-game preseason season, right? So I think we need to play quite a bit. I'm looking at how Sam Howell and his offense, looks, and now in their second action together. Obviously, I want to see Sam Howell get the ball out quicker. That's what Ron Rivera talks about day in and day out. He likes the things he's seen from one Sam Howell, but he wants to see him get the ball out quicker. I do too. He took accountability for that sack there in Cleveland last week. Go check out my film breakdown I did earlier today on Sam Howell in the Baltimore and the Cleveland Browns game. Go watch that. And I talked about that. So I want to see him get the ball out quicker. I want to see him have better accuracy on his ball placement, because the touchdown pass to Jahan Dawson, it was a heck of a catch by Jahan Dawson. But after a further review, it was not a good ball by Sam Howell. Sam Howell has to put that out in front of Jahan Dawson so he can just walk into the end zone like this, instead of Jahan Dawson having to turn around, bobble it, so better ball from Sam Howell. And overall, just want to see us, have better success on offense, because we had some penalties that killed the drive in Cleveland. I want to see us clean that up. I want to see us march right down the field and try to go score. And then the quicker we score, the quicker we get them out of there, right? So that's what I want to see. I want to see how this defense fares against their backups, because again, like I said, Lamar Jackson isn't going to be playing or nothing like that, but they do have two other quarterbacks, Tyler Huntley, obviously, and Anthony Brown. They're mobile guys too, and we struggled with the mobile guys last week versus the Browns and Deshaun Watson and DTR. So I want to see how we fare against these guys, okay? And this is a really, really good test, because again, this upcoming season, we face a lot of mobile quarterbacks, so we're going to need to nip this in the bud now. So I'm going to be interested to see how this defense looks. Okay, I want to see how this secondary looks. I believe Zay Flowers is going to play. Zay Flowers and Emmanuel Forbes. How is this going to duel out? You know what I'm saying? I want to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, this might be the most competitive preseason game I've been excited for in a lifetime, because I want to end their streak. Don't let Baltimore fans make it seem like they don't care. They care about this streak, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be the team to end it. And again, how good of a boost will it be for us to go into the regular season on this note? You know what I'm saying? I genuinely think it can mean something special, like, as far as like some type of boost. Like, I know y'all probably like, Juan, it's just preseason, relax, but if we're not playing our starters next week and we end off a good note here and a win, that will vote a sort of confidence that we haven't had in years. And I'm being honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I need to see a lot from these backups today, though. Like, I want to see what KJ Henry has. Andre Jones, he had a really, really good week in practice. He had some bump with the ones. I want to see guys like, obviously Khalil Hudson continue to make plays, and Cody Barton, and John Ridgeway. I want to see him take advantage of the opportunities that he's going to get tonight. I want to see what guys like Tariq Castro Fields or Rashad Wildgoose, what are they going to do tonight, because they're guys that are fighting for the back end of them, that secondary, that cornerback spot. What about the offense side of the ball? Cosmi Allen is going to need a huge game today. A lot of people, including myself, were excited about this guy, but he really hasn't done much. They're going to give him every opportunity to make this roster, because they want him to make this roster, because they see the kind of versatility he provides at the kick return game. But if he can't get it done as a receiver, I mean, you might have to look elsewhere. I want to see what Byron Pringle do. We already know Byron Pringle's making this roster, but I want to see if he can continue to have a strong preseason game. What about Marcus Kemp? Marcus Kemp made a really nice grab along the sideline last week. Can he have another one of those things? What about Mitchell Tinsley? Mitch Tinsley's a guy that has a lot of notoriety this camp. Built up a lot of notoriety this camp. He had a really good preseason game last week too. Can he continue this and actually make this roster and make things interesting? We're getting closer to 50-man roster, man. I think after this game, we're going to be able to put out our predictions, because obviously we're not going to know the official thing until after the preseason is concluded. But I think all of week 3 is going to tell you what you need to know. Who's out there, that's going to tell you who's going to get cut. But if some of these guys aren't out there next week versus Cincinnati, that's going to tell you, hey, they potentially made this roster. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, I want to continue to see from Chris Rodriguez, see him, continue to do really well. He had a nice game. I want to see them give my man Jared Patterson some bro. They haven't put Jared Patterson in at all. You know, at least from what I've seen. They need to put Jared Patterson in there, because at least let my man put some film out there for somebody else to pick him up. I see what Deuce Vaughn is doing there in Dallas, and I'm like, if Jared Patterson was there in Dallas, they would literally use him, okay? Because Deuce Vaughn is literally what Jared Patterson can be for Washington, and they just choose not to use him. You know, so hopefully Jared Patterson can find a way to get on the field today and do some damage. What about Cole Turner and John Bates? You know, I think Cole Turner, again, like I said, has an opportunity to become this team's tight end one at some point during the season. I want to see what John Bates can do. What about Curtis Hodges? Remember, Curtis Hodges is a guy that we assumed was going to be really solid depth for this team last preseason, because he had a really nice preseason last year. Haven't heard nothing from him. You know, so can Curtis Hodges make some noise tonight to potentially put his name on the radar? A lot of players are going to have a strong game tonight. This is the biggest game of the preseason, so make sure you guys stay tuned for it tonight. Watch the game with me live, and then stay tuned for my post-game reaction. Y'all know how we do this thing, man. I'm excited for tonight's game. I think we can potentially end the Baltimore Ravens win streak. I want to end their win streak. I don't care if it's preseason or not. That's how competitive I am. I want to end their win streak, because again, like I said, I know our starters aren't playing not a lick next week. So how big of confidence would it be to end a streak like this in the preseason and take that into Arizona's game, especially if we're looking sharp? That's what I want to see. I want to see, are we cleaning up the little mistakes from the starting offense? Are we cleaning up the little mistakes, the penalties? Is Sam Howell passes coming out quicker and more precise? You know what I'm saying? Is the offensive line actually giving Sam Howell opportunity and time in the pocket? Is Sam Howell seeing that sack and finding ways to avoid it, throw the ball out, or go to his first read? It was times where he should have went to his first read. Again, go watch that film breakdown. I go in depth into that. But can Sam Howell make the quick passes to avoid the hits? You know what I'm saying? And can the defense get off the field? You know, last week versus the Browns, we got a 4th down stop at the goal line, but we didn't get off the field until then. So can we have a defensive stand where we're getting off the field on 3rd downs before we get down to the goal line? You feel what I'm saying? So there's a lot to chew on and a lot to pay attention to tonight. Make sure you guys tune in to the stream and the game tonight. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Head over to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's totally free to subscribe to this channel. It don't cost a dime. And if you guys want to be entered in a giveaway that is going to be a potential free merch, you know what I'm saying, that you can win, all you have to do is subscribe. You have a chance to win a free shirt by subscribing to a free YouTube channel. You don't have to pay for nothing. Man, hit that subscribe button. See y'all next time, or later on tonight rather. Peace.